US President Donald Trump has instructed the Pentagon to substantially reduce joint military exercises with South Korea, just hours before the annual drills were due to begin. Trump said the decision was based partly on the cost of the exercises and South Korea's refusal to participate in US military action against Iran. The annual Ulchi Freedom Shield exercises are scheduled to run from August 17th to 27th, with around 18,000 South Korean military personnel taking part. The exercises are designed to respond to North Korea's evolving military capabilities and are expected to include operations involving drones, GPS disruption, and cyber attacks. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said the exercises began on Monday as scheduled, but declined to comment on Trump's remarks. South Korea's presidential office and its defense and foreign ministries did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Trump said it was too late to cancel the exercises completely, but said he was not happy that the United States had previously agreed to participate. He described the drills as costly and said they sent what he called inappropriate and hostile signal to North Korea, which he said had been unthreatening and respectful during his presidency. Trump has previously sought to reduce or end US-South Korean military exercises. During his first term, he described them as provocative and costly. He has also clashed with Seoul over the cost of maintaining US troops in South Korea and their broader regional role. Around 28,500 US troops are stationed in South Korea. North Korea has repeatedly condemned the US-South Korean exercises as preparations for an invasion. Ahead of this year's drills, North Korea has fired 2 ballistic missiles since August 6. South Korean and Japanese military said Pyongyang launched a ballistic missile from its eastern coast last Wednesday, 6 days after another short-range ballistic missile launch. The relationship between Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has previously gone through major ups and downs. Trump once threatened North Korea with fire and fury and referred to Kim as Little Rocket Man, while Kim responded with threats of his own. The two leaders later held 3 summits, and Trump said after exchanging letters with Kim that the two fell in love. However, those diplomatic efforts did not result in changes to North Korea's nuclear weapons or ballistic missile development. Trump has continued to express interest in improving relations with Kim. Analyst Jenny Town of the Stimson Center's 38 North program said the decision to reduce the exercises could be part of a broader effort to create a diplomatic opportunity with Pyongyang. However, she said the way the decision was made was unlikely to make much of an impression in North Korea. The exercises themselves have changed in recent years, moving away from live fire drills toward computer-simulated missile and cyber attacks. US military officials have also said North Korean troops who fought alongside Russia in its war in Ukraine have gained battlefield experience, including in the use of unmanned systems, electronic warfare, and cyber operations. Ukraine said last week that North Korean-made missiles were used in a Russian ballistic missile attack on a steel plant in Zaporizhia that killed 7 workers and forced a production halt. Russia also used Zircon hypersonic missiles in the attack, according to Ukraine. Meanwhile, Lieutenant General Joseph Gerard, a senior US Northern Command official, warned that North Korea had successfully tested intercontinental ballistic missiles with enough boost to deliver a nuclear payload anywhere in North America. He said this was complicating US efforts to defend its homeland. Trump also linked his comments on the South Korean exercises to Seoul's position on the US-Israeli conflict with Iran. He said he had asked South Korea whether it wanted to join US efforts to denuclearize Iran, but that Seoul declined.